We got a video. Somebody tagged me in on Instagram, not Instagram, TikTok. So if you ever want me to react to a video, tag me in the TikTok comments, or you can DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is open. The caption of the video, this was interesting. I didn't watch this one, but I just saw the caption and I thought it was interesting, so I saved it. Superheroes need games more than movies. So we're gonna hear what they have to say, what this creator has to say, and we're gonna respond to it. Keep in mind, I'm never attacking the creator. I'm only attacking the argument. I never have a problem with anybody, and if I did, trust me, you know. But yeah, let's see what this video is talking about. I'm gonna refresh it real quick.
This comment says Marvel Rivals did a better job of introducing fans to the comics than the MCU.
Is this
which proves
frozen?
my point that video games are a much better medium for adaptation. This comment says Marvel Rivals did a better job of introducing fans to the comics than the MCU. Which proves my point that video games are a much better medium for adapting superheroes than movies. Because one of the selling points of superheroes is a power fantasy. Watching Batman do dope shit is fucking awesome. But being Batman and doing dope shit is infinitely better. And because video games are animated and change their style depending on the character and the tone, can craft an aesthetic and experience that fits the character that can be as ridiculous as their comic counterpart. And in the case of characters like Magic, introduce her to the mainstream, which unlike the movies doesn't have to compromise anything of her design or character. But let's talk about this movie because someone fucking has to. Because despite the fact that it bombed at the box
when did this movie come out?
office, the idea of a horror-centric X-Men piece of media isn't bad. Imagine a movie taking the game's plot of a survival horror type of experience and making it with the New Mutants. You'd be printing fucking money and solidifying these characters to a whole new audience. There's a reason why the best piece of Hulk media from the 21st century is Hulk Ultimate Destruction. Because instead of nerfing him because he's too powerful for the narrative and removing important characters like Rick Jones entirely, this game lets you indulge in the full power fantasy of being the Hulk. Imagine a game like this with modern technology. If you know my page, I gotta bring the Fantastic Four up somehow. But imagine a game where the Fantastic Four are stuck in the negative zone that plays like No Man's Sky. Grand Theft Auto 5 made more money than any piece of media ever. The audience for video games isn't just comparable to movies, it's probably bigger, which is why appearing in Marvel Rivals arguably did more for the Fantastic Four last year than the boring-ass movie that no one's going to Disney Plus to
I agree with that.
rewatch. For longtime fans of the page,
Fantastic
I'm still
Four
gonna rewrite
sucks.
this again.
Fantastic Four is one of the most overrated groups in comic books. That's old head nigga shit. I agree with that shit.
Just haven't had the time.
Their
Especially
books
after
suck for the
success of
most
this game,
part.
there's no reason the Punisher shouldn't have a franchise as lucrative as Grand Theft Auto. Marvel and DC redirected their attention and finances away from movies into video game adaptations of some of their best books. They'd arguably be more profitable in video games than they are at the box office.
This is a W opinion. I agree with him. I agree with this take, but I'm gonna be a well actually ass nigga. I agree with him, but for different reasons. I think video games are a better, and there's two parts to this, but I think video games are a better way to introduce people to comic book heroes for the simple fact that the medium as a whole, it lends itself to better understanding the character than a movie. I think that's the real reason. It's not just because it's a video game and video games are better than movies. It's because when you go to the movie theater, the movie's going to be an hour and a half to 2.5 hours, right? On average. If you don't know anything about the character, you might not be able to pick up on everything needed. So like it's just not enough time to spend with the character. An example being, and this is not superhero related, but I saw Iron Lung from Markiplier. Shout out to him. It was doing really well in movie theaters and I wanted to support a creator, so I went to see it. It's based off a video game. I'm not gonna lie, I was able to pick up on certain things, but it wasn't until I watched the fucking YouTube video. I didn't 100% understand it, but it did introduce me to it. So I was like, okay, but that's not the point. I think it's because you spend more time with the video game. That's the point I'm trying to make. Because you naturally spend more time with the video game, like an example being Marvel Rivals, the way the characters interact with one another, you're able to pick up on some of the lore and stuff like that. Also, there's being free to play, but it's not because video games are just a better way to tell a story. It's just naturally you're going to be on the game longer than you are watching a movie. So naturally it's a better way to introduce. So I agree. It's just like for different reasons. Now, if you want me to be a super well actually ass nigga, if you really want to understand these characters, the real best option is, y'all don't want to talk about it, read the fucking books, nigga. Because I'd argue, although video games and Movies are a great way to introduce the characters. If some of you niggas actually read the books, you wouldn't have people running around saying, yo, I think Captain America would support ICE if he was real. You got people talking about the Punisher would support ICE on Twitter. The Punisher would kill you niggas, bruh. What are we talking about, bruh? And the worst part is, too, they do water it down in the movies, but even in Captain America Civil War, he was like fighting against the government to some degree. Like so, if you really want me to be a actually ass nigga, yes, movies and video games are a great way to introduce you to the characters, but I'd argue a lot of y'all don't understand any of these characters because you never read any of the fucking stories, bruh. But for the most part, yeah, I agree with it. I think it's just because you spend more time, you know, like he brought up Hulk Ultimate Destruction. How long is that game? Probably 30, 40 hours. Spending 40 hours on a game versus 2 hours in a movie. Naturally, you're going to know more and understand more about the character. That's kind of a given, but it's not because video games are better. I'd argue if a movie was 40 hours, like the video game, you'd probably know a lot about the character too. I completely disagree. It all depends on who wrote it and the studio's interference. Either can be good or bad. X-Men Legends did nothing for the X-Men franchise. However, the films and the TV show did. That's fair. I'll give you that. That's fair. I can only go by, I was going by the examples that he gave. Hey, as long as you, I guess, yeah, as long as the quality of the writing is good, it depends. So I guess the consensus, the general consensus on this argument is the real issue is the suits. It depends on who's writing the character and who's handling them, because then it doesn't matter which medium it's being introduced into. But I don't know. Like I said, even when the show is written good, it doesn't really matter, because I feel like the Punisher and Daredevil and the Punisher TV show from Netflix, I feel like that's a pretty accurate depiction of the Punisher from the comic books. That's why people love John Berthal's rendition of the character. And you still got people on social media saying the Punisher would support ICE. So it also depends on the person's intelligence level. Hey, as I said, reading is the most. We got to bring critical thinking, chat. We got to bring critical thinking back, man. We got to bring it back. Yeah, IQs are dropping. But no, I think that's a fair take, what you said about the X-Men. It all depends. The current run and the previous run of the Red Brand Punisher run has been heat. I have it, but I haven't gotten around to reading it. As long as the core values of the character is mostly the same, you can mix it up. Tight shit. It was cool. Shout out to this creator, though. I fuck with it. I fuck the opinion. Shout out to Quiz with the super chat. Go by the Dakota incident. Go by the Dakota incident, he said. And keep buying them books, bro. Time with characters in a show is going to be comparable to games. Yeah, I think that's why the Daredevil show works, because you get more time to spend with the characters. But it also depends on how well they're written, right? Because like, although Daredevil's written well in the TV shows, I don't feel like Luke Cage was written very well. I don't feel like that character was represented very well. I think, you know, once you go back and watch it, it's like, it was just kind of alright, you know? So it depends. The point he was making about the X-Men, I think he's right. It really depends on the writing. But anyways, what else I got for ya? Call of Duty's desperate, and it might be a good thing. The first half of Luke Cage season 1 is good. Yeah, season 2 was basura though. What was it? Mariah Stokes. That shit was terrible. Mariah Stokes. And even still, the main thing I remember from bullets. And I'm gonna be honest, I felt like there was some racial undertones. I'm gonna be the woke friend on that shit. I felt like it was some racial undertones that, like, look at this black man that can block bullets from the police and shit. Like, okay, we get it, the first fucking scene, but after that, it was like, eh. Like, I don't know if y'all know, one of Luke Cage's powers is he gets stronger over time. Nowhere in the show do they fucking explain that shit. Instead, every episode, this nigga's just blocking bullets, bro. I was like, we get it, bro. The invincible nigga, dog. We get it. But like, he's a much cooler. They did nothing with the Heroes for Hire concept with him and Danny. He's a much cooler character than like they like to portray. There's a reason why that nigga was damn near second in command with fucking Cap in the what's that shit? The Civil War, the in the books. And then with Iron Fist, like Iron Fist can punch through Tony's armor. I don't know if y'all know that. Like his fist is like it's not armor. That shit is like vibranium, nigga. Like he can literally beat a nigga ass out the fucking sky. They don't show that in the show. That's why that shit is fucking ass, and that's why it doesn't work, bro. He's a divine being, but he has the power of a dragon, and like they explain that, but they don't really show it. Like Misty Knight, shout out to Misty Knight, man. Shout out to Misty Knight. Shout out to Misty Knight. There was nothing undertone about that. It was the legit premise of why they made the show like that. That shit was corny. Like, we get it. You could do it once, but we get it, bro. We get it.
Upgrades here.
Who's ready to go to the danger zone? Hey, I will. So jokes aside, Battlefield 6 is fucking up. Call of Duty could take the baton back. It wouldn't be hard. Shout out to Baku with the $10 super chat. He said, I was reading X-Men lore and learned she said, you know what, 3 times? Couldn't look at it the same no more. Any gameplay? Probably not. Wait, there's zombies?
Nice.
The danger zone. Take your mama's coochie to the danger zone. A 360 no scope. We're so fucking back, bro. We're so back. They gonna love this shit for 2 weeks and then start bitching about this shit, man. I should have saved that video. I think somebody tagged me in it. It said the most known cheaters in the console space are Call of Duty players. I should have saved that fucking video, man. Let me see. Hold it. Let me see. I think somebody tagged me in that shit on TikTok. Let me see. Let's go to activity mentions. Y'all see that video of the CEO of McDonald's eating the Big Mac or whatever? That nigga robotic. Is it? Oh, I did. I got it. Hold on. I'm gonna send it to myself. 1 second, y'all. Eat that booty in the danger zone. There we go. Let's send it to boom. All right, let me open up my group chat.
Did you know that Call of Duty players cheat the most?
It's time to push the agenda. Cause I said console niggas love to pretend like they don't be cheating, bruh. Gamers, they love to make this argument. Gamers have gotten so much better. No, they didn't, guys. A lot of people you play with are fucking cheaters.
At the game, an average of 66 out of 1,000 internet searches relating to Call of Duty were cheating related, according to a new study by Surfshark. They basically took a whole load of search data for various titles and analysed it for key search terms like cheats, wall hacks, and aimbots. The lowest was League of Legends, with an average of 0.02 cheat searches per 1,000. Overwatch had 0.1 and Battlefield had a grand total of 1. Do you think that this study gives a reliable picture of cheating in games based on your experiences?
Ain't even counting the people using Zens and shit, bruh. You Call of Duty niggas need to get it together. Yo, shout out to Almighty Rockins with the super chat. Could you see an Iron Fist video game? Yeah. The only thing is, like, what would make it different from, like, Batman? Because it is hand-to-hand combat. They would have to find, like, unique ways for you to use his glowing fist. But it could be cool. It could be cool. The only thing is, I don't think that would ever happen just because he's not an A tier character. When it comes to these, like Wolverine works because he's an A tier character. Like I'd argue Wolverine is bigger than the X-Men. Like it's Wolverine and then the X-Men and probably Storm too. Those two characters. I don't think he's big enough to where he would get a character. I think you would, if you wanted like a hand-to-hand combat Marvel game, I think you'd get a Daredevil game before you'd get a Iron Fist game. End up being like Sifu. There's a mod for that. You said Cyclops? Nah, Cyclops is not bigger than the X-Men. Cyclops is popular amongst Marvel fans, but like most people like on the street, they're not gonna know who Cyclops is. Maybe Magneto. You might be able to throw Magneto in there. Yeah, you could throw Magneto in that 3. Yeah. Auto parry, auto counter. cheat. We got a major update coming to season 3 of Skate, guys. The free-to-play unfinished slot from the $55 billion company is adding dark slides and dark catches in the game. Ooh. Let's go. March 10th, the dark slide is coming. Oh, the comments are frying them. Is it? This should have been in the game. Do you have to pay for them? No. I feel like this was a smart ass troll comment and they responded to it and said, like, that nigga ain't looking for no info. He's just fucking with you, dude. Like, that's fucking funny, man. Oh, shit. The skate community to the That's what I'm talking about, man. Wage war against these niggas, man. That shit is fucking funny. Y'all should have been had this energy for this fucking company. This shit's fucking funny. We gonna play that shit off stream.
I'm gonna play this off stream, man.
Oh shit.
We're gonna finish this mission up off stream.
Y'all should have had the energy for this game the day it dropped and it was that bullshit that they dropped. You shouldn't have waited fucking 6 months down the road. What the fuck? Dark slides are not in the game? Right. That should have been in the game day 1. That's not it. Apparently it's not in the game. That shit's fucking funny, man. In more positive news, Resident Evil Requiem is blowing up on Steam. Just one day after the launch, Resident Evil Requiem has surpassed the player counts of both Resident Evil 4 Remake and The Village on Steam, making it the most popular entry in the series to date. As reported by Games Industry, Requiem's all-time peak on Steam was 344,000 on February 28th, according to the player tracker Steam DB, just one day after it arrived on the Switch 2 and PC. This peak was double that of Resident Evil 4's remake, which is 168,000, and triple of that of Village, which was 106,000, making Requiem the biggest launch in the franchise history thus far. Keep in mind, this doesn't even include the console sales. Now, me personally, I don't think Steam numbers really matter for a single player game, but I will say it is impressive to see a single player game like that have almost 400,000 players on day 1. People fuck with that shit. And I said it on the podcast, I feel like I haven't played a lot, but I feel like based off what I played, I think Requiem probably is going to get a nomination for Game of the Year. I'm not saying it'll win because we still got a lot of bangers to drop. Most likely, if GTA 6 comes out, it's probably going to win. Not because it's the best game because of politics, but, you know, I think it'll get a nomination, I think. Do you think Requiem is going to cause another rise in zombie games? I hope so. You want to play another zombie game, Joe? Definite nomination for sure. It's cool seeing how people approach the game. Tomb Raider, please be good. Tomb Raider, please be good. It's lit. It's lit. Shout out to Resident Evil, man. Shout out to Resident Evil. Other news. The Witcher 3 DLC rumors strengthen as insiders suggest it takes place near Valin, not Zarikinilla. I don't know where any of that is because friendly reminder for those unaware, I was 20 hours into The Witcher 3 and I accidentally spilled water into my PC and I blew it up and I just never finished the game. People told me to, when I built a new PC eventually, they told me to download a save file and I said, nigga, I'm not doing that. I'm not playing it. Like, I'm not playing another nigga save file. What the fuck? You gotta say pause after that. Like, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. But I was like, it just killed my spirit. Like, you don't understand. Like, niggas like, just download another save file. Like, did you just not hear that I pour water in a fucking $2,000 PC? I don't want to hear what the fuck about no goddamn save file. Fuck that shit. So I just never finished the game because of it. and then you lose time. More trusted voices are adding their weight to the Witcher 3 DLC expansion, so if this does come out to be true, don't expect me to play this shit. As we hear that it's not the desert area of Zerkenia the add-on will take us to, but somewhere near a place we know, the forested land of Valine. There are a couple of pieces of information to consider. The first is that the respected insider Nate the Hate stated that the Witcher 3 add-on is real. When asked if it existed, Nate the Hate replied on Twitter that simply it does. Nate the Hate has a record of leaking industry news. His name always comes up on the stream, so he's reputable. Honestly, I would recommend going back and playing it on your own time. That's the problem. I don't have a lot of time, dog. Especially with us doing the podcast weekly. That cuts into my personal lifetime too. I deadass just don't have the time to do shit. It's not that there's not a want. And then here's another part too. I'm getting old, chat, man. I'm getting old. Matter of fact, there's a game I played last week. I said I like this game, but I don't know if I'm gonna finish this shit, man. I'm getting old. Sometimes it's not even about the energy. Like even with Neo 3, I'm like, God damn, this game keeps going. That's why I'm happy that fucking Resident Evil's only like 15 hours, man. Like I just sometimes it's not about the money, sometimes, but you'll understand when you get older. I'm just like, I'm tired, dude. I'm fucking tired. Yeah, I'm just gonna watch a recap of this DLC too much. Yeah, I'd rather just watch a recap and get ready for the 4th game, bruh. Yeah, don't get old, chat. Real shit. Don't get old. Do your best. I'm washed. The second piece of information comes from Polish games journalist UVL Grach, who said to have close ties to the Polish industry. They told their YouTube viewers the DLC expansion would actually be located inland, very close to Velen, although not Velen itself. The specific comments are hard to find as the video is in Polish, but multiple people on Reddit who speak Polish have corroborated this information. What is this doing for y'all, man? Does this excite you? I don't remember these areas. I don't know. These games be lasting long as hell. That's why I don't be understanding people be complaining about the lengths of games. Like, the length of the game does not equate to the quality of the game. And honestly, when the game is too long and it adds nothing, I think it degrades the quality of the game. With Neo 3, like the issue I have is like, it's all these open worlds. And when you get later in the game, I feel like outside of the boss fights, I feel like I haven't been running into new enemy types. So it feels like it's just padding the game, you know? Watched the walkthrough that said, make another save file. I did, and it didn't work. If I lost my whole game, I was done. You got 15 years in the game and a lot of playing time. Niggas be needing naps now. Niggas be needing naps, bro. And also then sometimes I just don't be in the mood. I'm always be a gamer, but like it's some days where like I don't feel the need to fucking be on the game. And to be fair, it has nothing to do with the game. I don't even feel the need to be on my phone. Like last week, I went on a fucking picnic, me and my damn dog, and we was just outside throwing the ball, running around and shit, trying to get some fresh air and shit. I just don't be in the fucking mood. It happens. Niggas being technical. LOL. GTA would win Game of the Year. Fair. Oh, GTA 6 is gonna win Game of the Year. It doesn't. The only way GTA 6 is not winning Game of the Year is if it comes out and it's a definitive 8 out of 10, not a questionable 8 out of 10. What I mean by questionable. And you remember Kevin Samuels doing the adjustable 6. If it's an adjustable 8, meaning some people think it's an 8 and some people think it's a 10, some people think it's a 9, it's gonna win Game of the Year. If it definitely gets 9s and 10s across the board, it's gonna win Game of the Year. But if it's a 7 or an 8, which I don't think that's gonna happen, then yeah, it becomes a debate. And even still, like GTA niggas will still be mad, because their perspective is going to come from only playing that game. This was the best game I played all year. I played Black Ops 8, 2K27, and GTA 6, and this the best game I played. I don't understand how it's not winning Game of the Year. That shit lame as hell, bro. The expectations are way too high. All the hopes and dreams is in that game. FIFA? I played some live service slot. Sonic the Hedgehog 4, the 4th entry is less than a decade. I can't read. Sonic the Hedgehog 4, the 4th entry in less than a decade, is now filming. The 4th Sonic the Hedgehog movie is now in production. Oscar-nominated director Jeff Fowler has announced with a photo from the movie set. The photo shows, we finna just go to the fucking photo, nigga. What's up? Neo 3 does in fact end after 50 hours. Nigga, I'm at 50 hours. That shit is still going, bruh. Ready for action. Sonic 4 is now filming in theaters everywhere. Literally this time next year. So 1 year from now, 365 days. No Jim Carrey. Yeah, Metal Sonic's gonna be the main villain, I guess. Y'all seen Jim Carrey's face recently? What's going on with that nigga, bro? Especially after the Epstein files pretty much confirmed that all the conspiracy theories from the early 2010s YouTube are true. That nigga got a new face. That shit, I'm not gonna get in a tinfoil hat, but when you get a chance, rarely will you ever hear me talk about a nigga face, bruh. But when you get a chance, Google Jim Carrey's new face and look at his eyes. Something off, man. Something's off, man. I'm definitely going to the shooting range and learning how to shoot because the world is just getting weird, man. It's getting fucking weird. Someone already posted that it was them wearing a prosthetic. I hope so. I hope so, man. I hope so, because shit getting weird out here, man. Government lizards and shit. Just Cause director has a bleak take on the state of the gaming industry. Christopher Sundberg, who's known for his hot takes, has made another bold statement about the state of gaming. In an interview, Sundberg said he's observing things in the gaming industry today that he hasn't seen in 30 years of making games. I've been making games for over 3 decades and never experienced such a desperate, cowardly, and confused state of the business. After the acquisition or over-investing parties during the 2021-2023 days, we are now dealing with the hangover, and it's been going on for 3 years. Sundberg is referring to the video game boom from the pandemic and how seemingly has not paid off the way investors imagined. The result of this has been mass layoffs, game cancellations, and investors not spending as much on new projects. Sundberg went on to say that his new studio, Liquid Swords, is making its new game, Samson, on a limited budget. In 2025, the company's laid off half its development team to buy us a longer runway, he said. We made a bet and we'll do everything we can to deliver a fun $25 experience to lay the foundation for the future. I hope our future players will see the potential in our work and follow us on our journey to make something bigger, he said. I mean, yeah, I agree with it. But like the current state of gaming has nothing to do with the quality of the game. There's bangers coming out left and right. Everything to do with this industry right now in terms of issues is capitalism. It's financial issues. Like he said, over investing and not getting your money back. Just assuming that growth that they all saw during COVID when we was all locked in the house was going to be unlimited and is coming back to bite them. Like I said, where I think Phil fucked up is he bought Activision and then like a year later he bought Bethesda. He spent like $20 billion in the span of like a year or two. Why? He should have bought Activision, reactivated Prototype, put out Call of Duty on a Game Pass, whatever other games, Spyro, whatever other games Activision has, maybe some new IPs, make that fucking money back. And then go get a studio. But like they gave themselves a crazy overhead for no reason. And other companies are doing the same exact thing. Sony with the $200 million invested in Concord. I don't know why they put so much money up on that damn game when you could have made like 5 different smaller games. Kind of off topic, but I hate how much layoffs are brought up now. Check up on y'all friends if they going. Nah, real shit. And I feel like people forget these are real people. These are real people that are being affected, and these suits don't give a fuck as long as they get their bonuses, man. That's why I said vote with your wallet. I have not watched Wonder Man. I have not watched any TV recently. The only TV I've recently watched in the last week is that I told you that Amazon Monkey Man show, and I haven't even caught up on that shit, man. I forgot what was the one with the Humanzi on Amazon. That shit weird. Is backwards Bethesda than that. Yeah, my bad. Bethesda than that. Yeah, so they should have bought Bethesda, put out some Bethesda games, make their money back, then get Activision. They spent way too much money, too big of an overhead. The problem with the industry is exclusives. First party needs to show the support for their console. Exclusives? I don't think exclusives are the problem. The Darwin incident. Yeah, the Darwin incident. And then last but not least, and nobody asked for this news, Ubisoft, according to Jor Raptor, take it with a grain of salt, rumor, Ubisoft is working on a director's cut style re-release for Watch Dogs Legion with new content and a night mode. They are seemingly doing new mocap for it. The source is Tom Henderson from the owner of Insider Gaming. And I'm here to say, if this turns out to be true, nigga, pack this shit up, bro. Nobody wants this. This game fucking sucks. And the reason it sucks, you can release the director style, but it doesn't change the core issues of the game. If you didn't play Watch Dogs Legion, this was the game where I learned how important having a protagonist and antagonist is. This game has no protagonist because the gimmick is you can control anybody in the city. And that shit is cool until you realize about halfway through the game wait a minute, this shit don't got no fucking story. You literally don't meet the villain, the main villain, until 3/4 through the fucking game. And by that point, you don't even care. Like, what the fuck does this have to do with anything, bruh? So like, stories need characters. Director's cut is not, and adding a night mode is not gonna fix the main problem. And the main problem is the game fucking sucks. Throw this shit in the trash, nigga. Y'all wasting money. We don't want to hear this shit. No, yeah, I meant we need more exclusives from either Sony and Xbox. Yeah, we could definitely use more. We could definitely use more bangers. Yo, shout out to Cobra with the big gifted subs in the chat. Appreciate you. Legion's on sale for $10. I would only recommend playing that game for free. Because here's the thing, even if you only spend $10 on a game, you can't get your time back. I'm telling you, that game is not worth it. It's not fucking worth it. Game is fucking sucks, especially after playing Watch Dogs 2. If you want to play Watch Dogs, the only one we're playing, in my opinion, is Watch Dogs